Hello again, this is Robert Veach here, and this is my video review of a weathered wood crackle medium. And this is the Americana brand. It's also made by the company called Deco Art. And you can get 8-ounce sizes or smaller bottles of this product. Now I'm going to show how to use this and show you real time essentially what to do to get the effect. And I'm working on a project right now. I'm going to show you, I'm almost finished. So the final coat is going to be on one of the top sections and show you exactly how to use it. So this is a homemade decorative shelf that I'm making for my wife. My wife painted the nice teacups in the center, and I used the Deco Art to give this very cool weathered effect on all these pieces. They're all a little different. You have the molding here, different from that pinkish color, slightly different from this color. The background of the painting has the Deco Art on there also. And also these little bottom pieces has the Deco Art going also on there. So I'm going to do a little close-up here so you can see the texture. So here's the close-up of the top molding piece, and this piece right here, and the piece right here. And you can see the unique pattern that it has. It's got a neat feel to it also. You always want to seal this, your final coat, after you have it dry with a acrylic sealer paint or a varnish. But look at that beautiful texture that it just gives the wood. So I have to do a top coat on this piece here, and I'm going to show you the process. So the first thing you want to do is you need to pick the base coat color, acrylic paint color, that's going to show through those cracks. Now I have a color right here that I mixed, and it's kind of a purplish brown color. And you generally want to make your base coat darker than your top coat so that you see the effect more. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint that on this top, my base coat. I do a nice even coat, not too heavy. And you want this top coat to be completely dry before you go to the next step. If you need to have it dry quicker, you can use a heat gun. I would recommend the warm setting. Okay, now that base coat has thoroughly dried, now I'm going to apply the weathered wood on that coat. And you want to make it not too thick and not too thin. Now the wood's a little rough, so it's going to take a little more brush strokes to get it on there. And you don't have to rush because it takes time to dry. It's not a really fast drying medium, so it gives you some working time. Now it is very thick, so make sure you move it along your artwork and try and get a relatively thin coat, which is hard to do because it's pretty thick. Do some cross stroking on there to make sure that it's nice and even and leveled. And what we're going to do, I'm going to finish this now, but to explain the process here, you want to let this thoroughly dry, and I wouldn't recommend using a heat gun necessarily on it. Just let it dry naturally and keep checking it, because as soon as it's dry to the touch, you want to apply your top coat. We're going to show that. You don't want to let it sit overnight. You want it to be dry, but you don't want it to be bone dry. So we're going to let this sit, and we're going to test it occasionally, make sure that it's dried to the touch. So it's been drying for about 45 minutes, and you want to run your hand over it, and there might be some thicker spots that are a little wet. You can wet your finger and just lightly go over those spots. Before you put your top coat, make sure that you don't feel any wet parts. You can run your hand along there when it seems to be dry, but not bone dry, just dry to the touch. Then you're ready for the top coat. Now I'm going to apply my top coat, and I've got the camera zoomed in to hopefully we'll be able to see the effect real time. Your top coat to be not too thick to get the proper effect. And you could see what's happening. Starting to crackle and show that base coat under the top coat. Now once that dries, you want to put a clear coat over it to protect it. But you can see it's already doing its job, making it look old-fashioned and antique. Very nice. So what's my overall opinion about the Americana brand weathered wood crackle medium from Deco Art? I just love this product. It's inexpensive and it just gives a project just a really unique look, makes it look old-fashioned, and it's very easy to use. So I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.